Yes, a good way to show people that you're a good businessman is with a good reputation. You do what you say you're going to do and stuff like that. So, for instance, a few years back, in Orange County, California, a Vietnamese politician ran for city council. Some gang members in the area, they were telling him that if he didn't drop out of the race, that he was going to be in some pain and stuff. So here's how we handled it. All right, we arranged for me and Anthony and Dante to be arrested on some bogus charge, drunk in public, for one day. They brought us into the jail. Now, there was this big shot. He was this big Ultimate Fighter, whatever, in jail. We kicked the shit out of him and stuff. So everybody hears about us and stuff. That because this guy's supposed to be untouchable or whatever. But we beat him or stuff. So since we come out of jail, these suckers who are threatening this politician know exactly who we are. We tell them with a smile on our face, you know who we are, you know what we're capable of, we're willing to go through with it, and just back the fuck up, because you're dealing with professionals now. You guys are amateurs, we're professionals, okay? We've worked all the angles and stuff. So they backed off and stuff like that. So politicians, whether they say that we're bad guys or whatever, they need us because they know that they can come to us for certain things that they can't get anywhere else. Like on Baltic Avenue, on Bowman Avenue in Chicago, in Little Italy, I created a money dispensary, which was a relationship with the Turks, the Colombians, the Mexicans, and us, the Italians. The Turks are the ones that got us these steroids. They were from Greece. The Colombians had the cocaine. The Mexicans had the marijuana and methamphetamine, and it was all in this one location and stuff like that. Now, we don't deal with just, you want to come and you want to buy $20,000 worth, you come and you buy it from us and stuff. You know you got it, you know that it's confidential, you know you got protection and stuff like that, so you feel safe to get some of this. So when I had a meeting with John Gambino and Frito Farisi and stuff, I sit down when we went to California. I says, I'll share my connections. You can we'll set up your own cocaine, heroin, marijuana, methamphetamine, hookers, but we get the steroids because we have a special interest in a special gambling thing. We make money on two ends and stuff like that. See, instead of asking the athletes to lose, we use them with these very expensive steroids that the average person could not afford or whatever. We pay for it and stuff like that. They're untraceable, meaning when they're tested, the result always comes up unconclusive because of an ingredient that was put into it for that simple reason that it's inconclusive. And as long as it doesn't come up positive, they can't be retributed for it and stuff like that. So then these athletes, they become super athletes and stuff like that. So we could bets on them to win and stuff like that. For instance, I was telling John Gambino and Frito about the Jamel Johnson, the running back from Arkansas and stuff. I said, he's going to run for 300 yards, they're going to win the game and stuff like that. He says, you should have him lose the game. Losing is a for sure thing. I said, no, they're going to win. Not only were we giving him the steroids, but the other team, we happened for the players to run into these very, very beautiful women from Colombia, kind with the accents and stuff. They got drunk, messed up and stuff. We arranged for them to have every drug in sight there, just on there for free, as much as they want, whenever they want and stuff. They were so messed up for the game. Now Jamel Johnson, with his ability, his natural ability and stuff, and with these steroids, he had the power and strength to not only be an NFL running back, but to be a Pro Bowl running back. Maybe he could have been better than, at that time, any NFL running back. Okay, so basically, it was an NFL running back, Pro Bowl running back against high school kids, because the college kids were messed up and stuff. He ran for 300 yards and 6 touchdowns, and he made us $20 million. Now the people that made these bets were these rich investor people, family from Italy. They're known to have billions of dollars in stock. So they place a $20 million bet. It doesn't look obscene. Now they take the money back to Italy. They divide it up to each of our employees and stuff, wire to the accountant, and then the accountant pays their bills just as if they're just regular construction workers or something like that. Now, if they want something extra, I say they go to Frito and stuff, like a new car or something, and then, you know, we'll get them the money and stuff. We'll work something out. We'll arrange it like it's a bonus. But everything is, the money came from somewhere and stuff. So there's nothing that they could be called on or anything like that. So, for instance, if besides debt collecting, you wanted to start playing the Texas Hold'em scam, supposedly now you have 2 jobs, 2 paychecks and stuff. All the money's there, but it's paid in legitimate. The only thing you do is you do our work, you don't do their work. So it's kind of like a no-show job, a job that you get paid for to not show up and stuff. A lot of guys did this, and we required that in times of war that everybody shows their commitment. But as long as the money is being made so much money, they actually don't have to do anything. They just pay. We have a minimum amount we pay each week. They pay it to Frito out of their collection, and they can still pay all their bills and have fun. And they basically don't have to work or nothing. There's so much cash and stuff. Because this whole thing, it's not about violence. It's not about being tough. It's about cash and money and stuff like that. Whoever controls the money controls the power and stuff like that and stuff. And people know our situation, you know. So if there's some politician who's having a problem, we have a bunch of 25-year-olds ready and willing to make a name for themselves, to be known and become a made guy in the family, get their name up there and stuff like that. So they're willing to take them on. And what they know is that even if our guys are put in jail, we're going to keep coming at you with more guys and more guys and more guys. And, you know, it's never going to end. Okay, so you might as well do what we want, because we don't fear jail, we don't fear nothing. Okay, we're going to take what we want. So the best thing to do is to back off and stuff. In some instances, some people said, "Listen, I realize you could hurt me, but what if you were to give me a small percentage just for me cooperating and stuff like that?" I'm impressed by that. I'm impressed by somebody, you know, because usually it's all, "Fuck you, I'm not going to give you nothing." If you do that, you know the attitude. Like Frito said, it's either the envelope or bloody knuckles, okay? We have to have one or the other. But if the guy wants to negotiate, maybe we could figure something out and stuff like that. So I said to John Gambino, I said, if there ever arises any politicians in Los Angeles that are having any problems, you could put your guys on it and stuff, and then they'll come to you, because they know your reputation and stuff. We're not the same family, but we can maybe think of ourselves as cousins and stuff like that. We can set the thing up in LA and stuff like that. I'll tell you what, though, I like John. He's a nice guy. Unlike Enrique Vitali, I sat down with business with him and I wanted to slice him in the fucking throat. I couldn't stand the guy, but it's about money and stuff like that and stuff. You know, we call each other Mick Dago or whatever, but they're not gonna kill me, I know, because they want the money. They want what's in my brain. So I set them up and stuff like that. I said the connections aren't gonna give you the same rate as we got, but at least you'll have them, you know? And then you got extra money, an extra paycheck. It would be like, if you were to have $100,000 office job a year and that you didn't even have to go to, and you get the paycheck paid. The bills are paid, everything's paid and stuff as if you paid it by an account. You know, so all this surplus of money and stuff is put in some way and then somehow explained and stuff like that. Let's say, for instance, you did a side job or whatever and millions of dollars were involved. Well, we get these tips on Wall Street and stuff like that. You're not going to collect the Wall Street money. That's going to be given back, you know, so that the whistle's not blowing on us and stuff. Pay off some people so that they don't tell the SEC. And then you get this money, but you say that you made it in the stock market or something. Everybody's given a house in the suburbs and stuff when they become made guys and stuff like that. When they become capos, then they can move. But if you want to move to a different kind of a neighborhood or something like that because you're a hard worker, you're a good earner and stuff like that, we can explain it as if you have 2 or 3 jobs and you don't actually have any jobs or whatever. You just do the work that we need you to do when we do it and stuff like that. And we got a reputation and stuff. And the reputation is you don't back down to nobody. Even if you get your ass kicked, you don't back down to nobody. If you get hurt, we'll take care of you. And then our people will get retaliation on the guy that hurt you. Eventually, they're gonna get hurt. They can't take down all of us. They can't, you know. We're a fucking army and stuff like that. So we got to think of ourselves as a team instead of individuals and stuff like that. We can set up this money scheme. The cops can't touch us and stuff like that. We keep people employed. We own businesses. We seem like regular guys. And they can't even prove nothing about the Cosa Nostra. Like it doesn't even exist and stuff like that. That's where our Italian investors come from. The money is, that's where the money comes from. The money's sent there, the money's sent back and stuff like that. Then maybe sometimes we could even say that they wanted to make a donation in businesses. They wanted to put some of their relatives in businesses, so they send a check or something. Some guys like legitimate businesses and stuff like that, and that's fine. And let's see if the money's so good in the legitimate business that it's actually better than illegitimate money. They can make money then. This is just to make money. But in times of war, we expect everybody's commitment. Other than that, if the money's there, we don't mind and stuff like that. And employers lay people off, lie to people, take away people's benefits. But if we say we're going to do something, we do it. We shake hands, we look each other in the eye, and we do. We do what we say we're going to do. So we do stuff and stuff. We're around because in about the late 1800s, early 1900s, when our people came over on the boat, they were taken advantage of. So they needed some people to stick up for them. So we created these soldiers, these Roman soldiers, known as the Mafia. The Roman soldiers were the first Mafia. I don't know if many people know, but they were. That's what it's based off, to protect the people's interest and stuff like that. Cocaine, hookers, and stuff like that, that stuff is going to happen whether we're around or not and stuff like that. So if we can make a little money on that, we're going to do it. We're going to keep our kids away from drugs and stuff like that and stuff. We're not racist. We like everybody. All it is about making the money, and people get along to make the money. People, sometimes we break each other's balls at card games. We call each other racial names and stuff, but we don't mean it. It's all about fucking money and stuff like that. Then we go home to our families and stuff like that. We're good guys and stuff. As long as the money can be explained, we are untouchable. Basically, we tell them we came from a tough Italian neighborhood and stuff. And nobody's going to test us guys for steroids, so they test the athletes, but they aren't going to test us. So we do whatever the fuck we want, whatever. And our guys are on the juice. They're ready for combat and stuff. They're built, they got muscles, and they're ready to fight and stuff like that. If you're Italian and you don't got muscles and you're not ready to fight, you're not La Cosa Nostra Italian, or you're not Mafia Italian. You're not a part of this thing, because there's certain things that we require of our type of people. Basically, you gotta be a superstar. You gotta fight like a boxer, and you gotta make money like a businessman. You gotta be tough, but at the same time have a smile on your face and be charming and stuff like that. Let people know, it's just business and stuff. Even when we gotta whack somebody or something like that, we don't dislike them. It's just a part of the business. We made a promise and we're gonna go through with that. Okay? If you don't believe us, then you're gonna get hit. That's all there is to it and stuff like that. There's certain rules. As long as the rules are obeyed, I can't touch you. Because I gotta be a respectable guy or something like that. Even on the truck routes or stuff, the truckers, they're paid off. It's a business transaction. We help them or we hurt them. We don't just steal or whatever. It's a business transaction for everybody else. Because in the reality, we don't get in trouble and we make more money because they want to do business with us in the first place. They make more money by having us involved than they do by not having us involved, so they don't want to tell about us anyway and stuff like that. Their jobs don't care about them. They got no benefits. So we take care of them and stuff like that. So I said, refer people over, athletes and stuff, for the steroids. John will give you a percentage, but the steroids are us. But the cocaine, the methamphetamine, the marijuana, you can have your own connection on that. The steroids are us, our athletes, and then we'll give you a percentage and stuff. I mean, we're not greedy pricks and stuff like that. If you make a small percentage of money on a lot of different things, it turns out to be in a lot of money. And this connection to Italy legitimizes ourselves with the accountants and stuff like that. The forensic accountants that work for the FBI work for us. We make them a better deal and stuff, so they work for us. So the connection is there, the money's explained, and we can't be touched and stuff like that. We smile at everybody and stuff. We work out and stuff. We're nice guys, but if you want to be mean to our people, you want to try to do something, you want to start something in our neighborhood, you know what we're going to do, and you know what we're capable of and stuff, and we're not going to admit to it. We're not going to be angry, we're just going to smile in your face. That's the thing that we're told to do. We're told to smile, not to be angry. We're good fellas. We're good guys. We're good guys. Even when we hit somebody in the face, we smile. That's where we get the fear and stuff like that. But, we're disciplined Roman soldiers. We can fight. Our bodies are built. That's why we have such a good reputation and why we're so feared. It's because they know that we're going to go all the way and we're going to do anything we say that we can do. Even if you know you're going to get beat, even if it's Mike Tyson, you have to fight because that's our tradition and stuff. You get beat up. I got beat up plenty of times and stuff, but I never backed down, not once, because that's our reputation. We're not going to back down. And people feel protected and stuff for us. So nowadays, usually it just takes a few words. Listen, you don't want to write this story about this athlete. It could cost, it's not worth your life, okay? But when he retires, by all means write the story. You could even put me in the book or something like that. By that time there'll be so much paperwork around me and money that I won't even be able to be touched and stuff. But yeah, I was a young guy. The money was good. College was hard. And you have to pay to go to it. You don't get paid. So that's what I do. I saw the potential to make a lot of money and stuff like that. So then that's what I do. And me myself, I'm half Irish, and usually they don't do anything. My name used to be Addison, Brian Addison, but when I became maid, it was Brian Grizzle. There was too much money. I knew too much, and I showed that I could be respected and stuff like that. I grew up in that Chicago neighborhood, so they knew that I was always considered one of them and stuff. I'm not Sicilian, but I'm Italian. Well, my relatives come from Calabria. My roots were traced to Italy even before I was born and stuff like that. That's what you do and stuff like that. A lot of our guys, they could be fighters, playing the NFL or whatever like that, but they got the commitment to our family. This thing started hundreds of years ago, even before our grandparents were around and stuff like that. So we got to do this thing to protect our people, and also we got to make some money and stuff like that. But we can make a good community where we're not feared, and we make good money, and we live normal lives and stuff. A lot of our guys are Little League coaches, and their wives are team moms and stuff like that. We work out, we know people in the community, we join bowling leagues, we go to neighborhood barbecues. We're regular guys. It's not about being Mr. Tough Guy. All that is about the money and stuff like that, and protecting our people and stuff like that. But if a guy works 9 to 5 and he's a construction worker, any race or whatever, let's say he's a Mexican guy, whatever, he's a nice guy. But if you mess with his family, he's gonna kick your ass and stuff. He's not mob. He's just a regular guy. That's like us and stuff like that. Except it's our business and stuff like that. And when Frito explained to me about why he had to break the milkman's legs and stuff, the milkman was betting with money that he didn't have. We could have lost that money because we are of our word. If they win, they pay. But if they lose, they pay and stuff like that. We always pay. Sometimes they don't pay, and they think they can cry and get their way out of it. Now, fortunately, for this cash dispenser thing, I figured a way of people being able to renovate their businesses and for us to pay for them to go on vacation, and we make 100 times what they owe us and stuff, and everything's all clear. We even owe them a favor and stuff like that. We'll protect their business and stuff like that. Then everything's good, and the money's made. People don't get beat up and stuff like that. But they don't got a business. They don't got nothing to do it for us or something. There's some way they got to make our money back. We got to hurt them, or else we're not going to be respected. And that's just a part of business and stuff like that. I know I can do it. I've known since I was 15 years old. I've had to prove harder to them that I was one of them because of my Irish blood and stuff. But they saw that I could step up to the plate and that I was willing to put myself on the line for them. So they know they can trust me, so they know I'm a good guy and stuff like that. It just so happens, though, that even though I'm half Irish, I'm the highest earner in Frida Farisi's crew. He's getting old. He's going to step down one day and stuff. If they want to do the right thing, would be me to move into his place and be the captain, because everybody would make a lot more money. If you put Anthony or Dante and they want to kick everybody's ass and be a tough guy or whatever, because that's what they're about. They're about violence. I'm about money and stuff like that. I'm a businessman and stuff like that. But you know, they know what we're capable of and stuff like that. People want to know why politicians play golf and stuff like that, because we got a reputation and they need stuff, and they know they can come to us and they know they can get the product and stuff. We're not all talk, and we'll back them up and stuff like that. That's why they know who we are and stuff like that. We're gonna come through, and we don't fear nothing and stuff like that. When you're a little boy in the Italian neighborhood in Chicago, they say any day you could die, but to die for your family is an honorable death. That's the best thing you can do. You did your job and stuff like that. If you're a man, you got to stand up. You got to stand up for their rights and stuff like that. Be good for your people. Fight for your people. And you died an honorable man. That's a good thing and stuff. Your family will live a good life. If the guys die, the checks really don't stop. The checks go to their families and stuff like that. We take care of that. Then maybe, perhaps, there's a problem at a warehouse that has some Italian workers and stuff. We step in and we say, hey, listen, we're going to have to give our people a chance. And there's one lady, Ida Pastatori, her asshole boss was treating her unfairly. So I went in there and I said, now the boss gets to push the crates and she gets to supervise and stuff, and she gets his pay, and that's how it's done, justice and stuff. So we look out for our people too, and they love us for it and stuff. And even if we're considered villains, we're on their side, so they know it and stuff. He's a certain kind of guy and stuff like that. But we tell the truth, because we're not afraid of anything. Because we have the capability of putting a bullet to some guy's brain, so why would we lie to somebody or whatever? People smile at you, look at you and stuff like that, then they secretly hate you behind their back. That's not us. We tell it how it is and stuff like that. You want to talk money and stuff like that? We'll sit down and talk with you. We'll make an arrangement and stuff. We're impressed by that sort of thing. But when you say you want everything and you're going to give us nothing, then the only resolution for that is violence. And violence is never good, because when somebody gets killed, we don't make no money. When we have a body, we got to bury and stuff like that. The movies is all wrong. We don't like violence. Violence puts us in jeopardy, puts the family in jeopardy and stuff like that. The thing is, we can make money, be good, and create a good society for our people, where they feel protected and stuff like that. The reason why we work out the men and box and learn how to fight is because we care and stuff like that. Everybody around the country, they're always telling you you can just be whatever you want to be and stuff like that. You don't really have to do anything and stuff. There's certain things to be a man, there's certain things you got to be able to do. I mean, you're considered Italian, or else they don't want you around and stuff like that. You have to do certain things. Then if you want to do other things on top of that, that's fine. But there's certain responsibilities. We're tough, we're not going to back down, and we're going to do what we say. And we're going to be honest, because you know that we're not afraid of anything, so we can afford to be honest.